Alright, here we go. It looks like it's going to be Peace versus Classic. Peace has apparently never played, or not this season rather. So let's see what he can do. I believe he is a Zerg player.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at Classic stats right now.
Careful not to spoil anything.
Yeah, I actually just stopped because I didn't want to spoil myself. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess I can see his
Well, we can see it on the screen here. Alright, looks like he's 1-3 this season with 2 losses against Zerg. And one of the worst hairdos in Pro League at the moment, now that CJ players have fixed up their hairstyles a little bit.
It just looks dirty. You know, Bisu can rock the blonde hair. It looks like some golden Super Saiyan shit, but when Classic tries, it just looks so dirty, like a
Well, that's not really fair though. Like, Bisu could, you know, do anything to his hair, and fangirls would still put on Mickey Mouse ears for him. Like, you know.
Maybe.
Can't be too hard on the guy.
And what's with this music? R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly? Like, do you think they actually choose this music?
Best music, man. That was the music from Space Jam, alright? Which is one of the all-time greatest movies.
If that's his reasoning, then it's acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm like not a Classic fan, but I'm giving him some serious benefit of the doubt here, you know?
Yeah, I just don't know how popular Space Jam is in Korea. I mean, I'm not sure. It's a good movie, but
yeah. Good question. I hope everybody in the stream has seen Space Jam. If anybody here hasn't seen Space Jam, just like, I don't know, go look on the internet and watch it.
Oh man, the coolest scene in that movie is when who is it, like Porky Pig and someone else pull out their guns and it's like a Pulp Fiction scene.
Yeah.
The teeth of the big monster. Oh, it's so cool.
Dude, I didn't even get that the first time I watched it because I was like 12 or something. Then later on, I was like, oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Alright, so looks like Peace is going to spawn as the orange there here at the bottom right. Classic will be at the 12 o'clock. The map is Neo Outlier, so is it just me or have we been seeing a disproportionate number of TVZs on this map, considering it's supposed to be a Protoss map, even still? And is this a 9 pool? Is this a 9 pool?
It's not spending that larva. Must be.
Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's a 7 pool. Hold on a minute. That's a 7 pool. And it's actually going to be oh my god, Classic is so dead.
Yeah. It's over.
It is a 7 pool versus an 8 racks at the top of the ramp. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh dear. Oh dearie me.
I don't know, I guess Peace could potentially just mess up control and get surrounded by SCVs or something. I don't know, I'm trying to theorycraft here on how Classic could survive.
Well, if this was Flash, like, you know, Flash would win, but since it's Classic, well, I guess well, Classic did beat Flash once. So maybe it's fine. Maybe.
I think Classic too, now that Stats had the huge chin before, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, so
Classic is the replacement chin.
Yeah, he's the big chin guy now. Okay. Just trying to orient myself here in the Brood War scene. It's important to know these things.
Orient your chin knowledge.
Yeah, chin, hair, glasses, stuff like that. It's important.
So Classic looks like he's following up with the wall off, which is pretty standard. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that, but that's a pretty good strategy on maps where you can do this kind of link tie wall in, is to like make a wall off, is to 8 racks and make a wall off. Like, I remember on Andromeda, I think, it was super popular to 8 racks at the natural and then wall yourself in. But either way, it looks like actually the wall is going to complete here, so he's going to be completely fine. Oh wow, yeah. Just in the nick of time.
He scouted those lings like way back by Peace's base, so he definitely had enough time to prepare for that. And now Peace is way behind. And we're definitely going to see an expansion from Classic, I think. If he hasn't started it already.
I think actually having gone for the 8 racks actually is now better for him than if he had just like built a depot at the wall and then the barracks, because now he has 2 Marines out like behind the wall, Whereas I think if he gone like depot and then barracks, he might not even have had time to make a marine, and he'd just have to like lift the barracks and put it down. So I think, and if you look at the position, I think the Marines would spawn on the outside of the wall. Now, this is a very interesting follow-up from Classic, though. He's built a second barracks at the back of his natural, doing like a hidden second barracks as a follow-up. Looks like Peace is going to run in here, try and snipe some Marines. Actually, that Marine on the bottom,
are they popping out on the other side?
I think that's actually inaccessible from either side. I think that's just like a little hole there. Wow, that's cool.
Pretty lucky. I don't think he planned that. So where does Classic go from here? Is he just gonna... I mean, he's making that second barracks. Is he just gonna go for a big push? Try and finish it off in less than 10 minutes like Flash does?
Well, he is getting a gas as well, so... I don't know, he might wait a little bit longer and, like, yeah, get stim and some medics or something. Yeah, there's the academy, so... gonna do some kind of mid-game push here, but he's gotta make sure the Overlord doesn't see anything, and the Overlord does not get close enough to see the second barracks, but it does see the lack of a command center. So that is definitely gonna tip Peace off. I mean, you know, when you go for this wall, and usually you will be expanding behind it. So this is, Peace must be a little bit concerned about this lack of anything at the natural. And he's still constantly picking off Marines here, doing a very good job actually. Looks like now the Marines keep spawning on the outside, so yeah, he's just getting free Marines here. Looks like, oh, gonna trade a link for that one though.
Yeah, this is definitely going to hurt Classic's push if he keeps losing Marines like this. But yeah, I think Peace definitely knows something's up. If it's not another barracks, it's a starport or something gimmicky like that, because obviously the standard thing to do would be to expand, so I wish we could see Peace's base. I want to know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's gone for a 2-hatch lair, presumably just going to 2-hatch Muta. We shall see though. I don't think lurkers would be that effective on this map. Although it could be nice to get to just like bust down the wall. He'd get a couple of free depots. But anyway, it looks like here's the attack. Now, crucially, he does see the medic with the Zerglings, so he's aware now most likely of what's going on. This is in fact a 2-racks plus Academy kind of little timing attack here. Immediately throwing down some Sunkens. I think they will get up in time. And he's actually run around with the Zerglings to try and maybe pick off some reinforcements, go for a counterattack. But Classic has actually walled himself back in. He's got a Firebat out. Although, interestingly enough, the Firebat means he can't actually shoot across the wall, but he's going to move his Marines back. He might catch some of these Lings. He did use a stim for that. Only catching one Ling, though.
Yeah, this push should be over. I mean, he hesitated in the middle of the map and then came back. It's definitely not going to do damage now.
Yeah, and he's now doing the expansion follow-up, pulled 2 guys off gas as well, but the 2-hatch Muta is going to be coming in very soon. His Marine count is not that high. There's no sign of an engineering base, so Classic could be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, he really gimped himself. He should have made that command center first for sure. Or else planned to go more all-in with his attack, because he really hasn't done anything.
Indeed, looks like he is moving out again though. He's gonna hit, I mean, if he goes for it now, he could hit like just before the mutas pop out, but he's literally just gotta leg it over there ASAPly, although it looks like his Marines are getting a little bit confused on the middle or something. He's going around the long way, so I don't think he's gonna get there before the mutas pop, and the mutas in combination with the Sunkens will hold off any kind of Marine attack at this point. However, he might just try and buy himself some time. The engineering bay is going up now. I think he could get turrets up in time. It'll be quite close though, and he's actually building a bunker at the front of his base as well. So perhaps a little bit concerned about like a Muta-Link bust at the front.
Yeah, I think Peace just took his second gas though, so he's definitely going to have less mutas than he could have. But no, the turrets don't get up in time, and he's just going to do quite a bit of damage here, I think.
Oh man, Classic actually tried to build a bunker behind his minerals. He knew the danger, but unfortunately does not finish them in time. As you said, there's not that many mutas though. And oh man, a bit of a miss, Michael. You're going to lose 2 mutas already. Horrendous muta control from Peace. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is why he is Peace and not Jaedong.
Yeah, you need to keep those mutas alive because they're not just useful for harass. You need them to slow down and kill off the Terran army when they push it across the map. So yeah, you can't be risky with them. Really, I feel like harassment is almost secondary to their primary use. So you shouldn't be over aggressive at all.
Now, there's 2 interesting. Well, actually, okay, I want to be. I'm gonna once again play the good guy and defend Peace a little bit. I think what happened was because he'd rallied like all his mutas over, and he wanted to quickly do as much damage as possible. Like he had all the mutas grouped, but you have to kind of like jiggle them around a little bit to make sure they stack properly. But those mutas that were trailing were like the reinforcement mutas that weren't there yet. So he was focused on the original pack of mutas, and then he like just didn't really realize that those mutas were still behind and got caught by the Marines. So just a bit unfortunate for him, but. He has gotten the 6 o'clock kind of pseudo island expansion, and you know, in this case, I feel like in ZVT at least, Zergs will be quite happy about this because it's like it's a free third gas. He doesn't need to worry about defending it with lurkers or anything like that. Like he can actually just keep going muta tech and just build a few more Sunkens at his front if he wants. We have seen some very interesting like fast Guardian builds from Hydra and Jade on this map. But you know, let's see what Classic can do now that he has actually held off the muta attack and not taken too much damage. Although saturation at the natural is pretty low.
Yeah, Classic's not in a bad position. He doesn't need to make a Valkyrie or anything like that. He should just be able to get a vessel fairly soon and maybe make a little push across the map, look for a third base. I haven't really seen him scouting. I don't know if he has an SCV out, but it looks like he hasn't been able to scout for a third base very well, as much as I've been able to see anyways.
Yeah.
But he's got to be looking for it.
Oh
Ooh.
my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Peace, come on, man. I mean, I can only defend your bad micro for so long, dude. They're only gonna buy so many excuses.
That's like crossing a street and not looking both ways. There's no excuse. You've gotta look where you move your mutas.
Peace is actually like some 5-year-old kid, and somebody's dangling candy on the other side of the road. He just runs across without looking. Those poor mutas.
Oh, yeah, science facility is up now. We're going to see a vessel pop out. And it's actually nice that Peace gets to scout that timing, too. He saw the science vessel start. I'm assuming it's a science vessel, so that's just one more piece of knowledge for him.
Indeed, he does already have a couple of Scourge ready to perhaps try and bomb that. And a couple of macro hatches going down below his ramp as well. Hopefully he doesn't accidentally block himself up there. Like a certain somebody who has better muta micro.
Oh, it was a dropship actually.
Huh. Interesting.
That came out of the starport, yeah.
Now, oh, was it... Wait, is that just going to run headlong into the muta? Because those muta are going on an intercept course. Did he actually see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how he saw it.
No, it's barely going to miss. There's no way he saw that. No, I think he actually was trying to swing around and like maybe go in and bomb the vessel as it come out. Yeah, because look at this. The timing that he's going in right now, I think would be the timing that a vessel comes out. Because a vessel obviously builds slower than a dropship. So I think Peace actually thought exactly the same thing as you did, that it was a vessel that was started. So he actually timed it so that he could go and kill it. But actually, the dropship came out and is already en route to the 6 o'clock. Now, Peace did mine out the minerals between his main base and the 6 o'clock, so he will be able to send some ground forces over there if need be. And looks like Classic actually just unloading on the edge here. And Overlord, though, is going to see that and give Peace a little bit of advance warning.
Yeah, does he have a Nidus up? I wonder... I don't know if I saw one or not.
I'm not sure, but the mutas are flying back as quickly as they can. A couple of Sunkens going up as well, but he could lose a lot of drones right here. No, it looks like the Sunkens are being targeted. He's just not going to run the drones. That's not a good idea. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate too. I wonder if he started his hive because the Queen's Nest is right there. If he loses that before he starts the hive, I'm assuming he started it already, but...
hopefully so. That would be quite funny if he had to build a second Queen's Nest. But it looks like the Muta's just going in with no link support. Actually, no, there's a couple of links underneath, and it is going to be enough to clean up those Marines. For some reason, Classic didn't send his dropship back home. I have no idea why he just left it there. That seems a bit weird. But actually, wait, one Marine actually still surviving here. What the heck?
And the drones are going back. Oh, okay. Here are some lurkers.
You just sent 3 lurkers to kill that one Marine, man. That was a scary Marine.
He's going to want to leave those 3 lurkers there, at least 2, I think, with some Sunkens.
But now Classic is pushing down the front. Now, I wonder, did Peace just go the standard route and get the filers? Oh, his actually not even finished yet. Ooh, this could actually be quite scary if the push comes out now. Not going to have time to get Guardians or defilers, or anything like that. Well, I guess he didn't make any more mutas, so I guess he won't be doing that fancy Guardian build that we've seen a couple of times on this map.
Yeah, it all depends on the lurker positioning here, I think. I think Peace might barely have enough forces to hold this off, but it really depends how he engages. And here he is. Oh, this is going to be really nice. Oh, so close. I thought he was going to get a big shot off on those Marines.
That was a really good marine spread by Classic, though, pulling them back and splitting them up left and right. Very, very nice.
Yeah, very quick reaction time.
And, well, he's slowly but surely moving across here. Now, I'm actually curious to see, does he just go, like, the shortest path and kind of walk down the narrow ramp? Or does he go around the long way? Because if he tries to go down the narrow ramp, it's going to be a little bit tricky. The Lurkers can buy a little bit more time there. And it looks like he's actually pulling back. He was actually scared of the counterattack. He did have an SCV see all those Lurkers there. So let's see. Is P still going to go for it? No, he's actually pulling back. Wait, no, he's actually going back for the counter. I can't tell which way he's going now. I don't think even he knows what he wants to do. Oh, I think he's actually just going to set up for a huge surround here. Oh, this could be so effective. Oh my god,
yeah.
it looks like the back half of the flank goes in a little bit too early, slightly mistimed from Peace. Otherwise, that could have been beautiful. And that actually tips Classic off to what's going on here, so I don't think this is going to work anymore.
If it makes him hesitate, at least it'll give Peace more time to get a few extra units out. And he's sort of pushing himself in this narrow corridor here. Yep, and here comes Peace from behind. Oh, but he pulls back these Lurkers here. Okay. He's just sort of dancing around, trying to engage at the right time, but he's not finding it.
And the thing is, he keeps bleeding units while he's doing this, like, you know, getting Lurkers irradiated, randomly losing Lings. So, you know, even if he decides to commit, he's just not going to have enough stuff anymore. And this group of Lurkers and Lings in the middle of the map is still like, what is it doing? Do something useful. Oh my god.
And he has his Scourge grouped up with them too, so he's not even trying to snipe vessels, really. He's going for one right now, but he hasn't been very proactive about that.
Yeah, and now the push is at the front. The Defiler Mount is finished, but I'm sure Consume is not yet. It looks like he will actually get no vessels.
God. That's just a disaster. And now he's going in for attack. Oh, Dark Swarm is out. And now these tanks are going to go down. Oh, can he get this round with the Lings? Not quite. That's too bad.
Wait, so does that mean Consume is already finished? I'm a little bit surprised by that, actually. I thought the Defiler might have... Yeah, it looks like Consume is finished now. Okay. Alright, so actually he gets it barely in time. So Peace's timing better than I gave him credit for. And a scan on the retreat path there. He sees all the Lurkers. And, ooh, the Crackling is going to take down a Sea Shank, though. Quite nice. And, whoa! Hello.
God. It just kills me inside to see this kind of sloppiness. Oh, I don't know, I guess he's going to try and group up those Lurkers with the rest of the army, but I feel like his army's so scattered right now. And he lost so much, like you said, trying to hold off that push, that any sort of counterattack he tries to do now with Dark Swarm, I think is going to be just not enough.
Yeah, you know, I think this is probably the reason why this is his first game in Pro League this season. But, I mean, he is getting 2 Lurkers here in the natural with Dark Swarm over them. That is going to deny mining from the natural, at least until the Irradiate takes down those Lurkers. Actually, one of them isn't even irradiated. So I guess the vessel just didn't have energy. And actually, Classic hasn't really shown a sign of taking a 3rd base yet, so maybe Peace is still fine here. I'm a little bit surprised that Classic didn't actually mine out his back minerals at the top left and go and take the left side back expansion there, but...
Yeah, is it me, or should Classic have significantly more tanks?
Well, I
think with this number for Ling, he should have... I don't know, I think he had like 4 tanks or something, maybe 5 at the most.
Did he just irradiate that Lurker and then one-shot it with a fire pad? You see, the guys, this is why this is why these guys are not, you know, top-level players. This is clearly Peace versus Classic and not Flash versus Jaedong. I mean, just so many sloppy plays, and it's just like, I completely agree with you. Classic should have a lot more stuff at this point. Like, Peace should be in a lot more trouble than he is, I think. He's just still alive because Classic is not very good, I'm afraid. And it looks like, interestingly, Peace actually breaks down the temples here at the bottom left, so he now has he's completely opened up the southern route there, between like the bottom right main and the bottom left main. Looks like another dropship going into the main base. The Scourge going to catch it. It looks like it was plagued as well.
Yeah, nice catching those dropships. Anything you can do to sort of even the odds. He hasn't been really catching any Terran units with bits of harassment, so...
Oh, he could plague the vessels? No, he's just going to do a second swarm. That would have been sweet. I don't
know why he did a second swarm. He doesn't... Oh, he just has like 4 Lings there. He should have definitely plagued.
I think there's only like 4 or 5 vessels there. Maybe he thought wasn't really worth it. Oh, he might get it now. Oh, plague. No?
Ah,
Ah, Plague! We didn't see it though. That's alright. I'll give an after the fact Plague. And another dropship going into the main base. I thought there were a couple of skirts there still, but apparently not. Just gonna waltz right in there. And here we go. Defiler just running away, hightailing it. Looks like there's actually 3 firebats there, but whoa! Hello, random Muta. Are those actually left over from the early, like from the 2-hatch Muta harass? Like, where did those actually come from? Did he make more?
I was expecting him to make some to pick off those vessels, but they seem to pop out pretty quick if that's what he made them for.
Yeah, he also made 3, which seems like you don't need 3 to kill vessels. Oh, he's gonna randomly scourge some too. He accidentally did a good play.
Yeah, Peace is sort of barely holding on here, but Classic, he should be expanding behind this, most definitely.
Plague! But he's gonna lose his inside expansion.
Yeah, this base is definitely going down, and now Peace is in, oh, actually there's quite a few minerals at the 6 o'clock base, but he's still not in a good position, and here Classic goes, finally taking his next base.
Yeah, that feels quite slow though, and he's mined out at his main base. He's almost mined out at his natural, I would imagine, and nice scourging there. 3 vessels remaining, but actually Peace looks like he is holding his own for sure here. I mean, it looks like the bottom left main there going to get dropped again, going to lose that. You know, he's...
Yeah, unfortunately he did lose that base right in front of his natural before he made that little push. So it's going to take him a while to get it up again.
And looks like some more skirmishing going on here at the natural, but you know, Zerg's holding on with Dark Swarm as Zergies do. The first Ultralisk is out. I don't think it's at +3 carapace. I don't know if that's like base carapace or he actually does have the Ultralisk bonus there. But actually, it looks like not that many units left. Some more Scourge coming in here, gonna get some more vessels. Very, very nice job keeping the vessel count low. But actually, this group of Marines might just be enough to break this. There is a Dark Swarm there though, and more Ultraling pouring out of the main base just in time to defend his natural. But the supply count's getting quite close here. Classic down to 80 supply against the 70 of Peace. Peace is slowly but steadily closing the supply difference, although now the third base has been taken for Classic, and it's going to be very difficult for Peace to actually attack that. Although, wait, I do see some orange dots moving up the left side. I think he actually killed the temples there. Oh man, he's got a bunch of cracklings. He's going to deny the third base of Classic.
Yeah, and this could definitely be it. If he shuts down that third base, then he could potentially sort of secure another base of his own and get enough gas to keep that Ultralisk production up.
And he's actually going to take down this dropship as well without too much difficulty. And this is, man, I gotta say, Peace at least is definitely using the map to his advantage. That one random firebat though behind the natural, it's like it's got a medic walling it in. That's such an obnoxious position. Look, you can actually shoot across the minerals as well, but it looks like the medic dies, and the mutas are still not paying attention though. All right, looks like that muta is going to kill it by accident. Oh, it's going to attack the Queen's Nest. That's useful.
Yeah, I think that Peace now is just sort of thinking one step ahead. He was barely holding on, and now he finally got that big push that he needed to sort of equalize the game. And at this point, if he can hold on to that base at, what, like 8 o'clock, then he might be okay. Well, he will be okay. He'll definitely be in a good position if he can keep this gas.
You know, I gotta say, Peace has not shown us the most impressive game. I mean, you know, his mutant micro is terrible. He's made some questionable decisions, but he is, you know, playing
he's a fighter, man.
Yeah, he's playing a decent late game ZVT here. I mean, I'm definitely gonna chalk this one up to also Classic being bad, but you know, he's pulling it off here. He can actually even up the score for Air Force Ace. Classic just now floating out another command center to the inside expansion there. He's blocking this this back choke here. Whoa! What happened there?
God.
It looked like somebody did like a monster plague on the entire natural there or something. I think that might have actually just happened in the earlier attack when those lurkers were down there, but that was actually a lot more impressive than I think it actually was.
Lazy SCV is not repairing anything either. Just hanging around, not doing much.
Those lazy SCVs, man.
Yeah, I feel like at the beginning, maybe Peace, like you said, it's his first game. He might have been a bit nervous at first. I'm sure he was, actually, so that might account for some of his mistakes, but at this point, I mean, your first game, you want to, even if you lose, you want to leave a lasting impression, so maybe that's giving him his fighter spirit.
Well, I mean, there's many ways you can leave a lasting impression. Like, if you lose, you can just, like, dance anyway, and that'll leave an impression.
Nice flag.
Oh, man, very nice. Catching the command center, too. Catching a random SCV.
One thing, okay, I want to ask your opinion on this. Why don't people drop defilers into the back of Terran bases and plague like a shitload of supply depots? Like, why does that like never happen?
How many can you get though? You can only get like 4, right?
I think you can get more than that if they're, well, maybe just 4.
Yeah.
I thought it was more than that.
Plague radius actually isn't that big. It just looks really big, I think, because Marines are so tiny. So when they all clump up, you get like, you know, a ton of M&M, but depots are pretty fat. So I'm not really
That's
sure.
true.
Also, how much damage does Plague actually do? Like, would it set the depots on fire?
It'll destroy them if they're not repaired.
Oh, really? Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. Same with photon cannons and pylons, I think.
Well, it
I'm
won't
not sure about
destroy
that, though.
photon cannons and pylons. It'll just make
Sorry?
them red, and oh, the mutas are coming in, the
Oh!
plagued vessels! Oh, getting 4 or 5 vessels there. The 2 full health ones do survive, but the supply counts, by the way, guys, Classic is down to 56 supply, Peace is up at 91. I think Peace has actually taken this game against all odds. Classic he took his 3rd base way too late. I mean, he did a decent job with some early dropships, but Peace, man. Peace.
Yeah, we were sort of making fun of him before for dancing around in the middle of the map and not really doing anything, but I don't know, I guess it was enough. I mean, he delayed Classic's push and managed to hang on, so he's been doing what he needs to do, even if it hasn't been in the most efficient fashion.
And looks like he's actually figured out that the back the door there was only blocked by 1 Marine, so now his cracklings are inside the main base. Classic is so dead here. Oh man, his base is getting taken down by a single control group of Zerglings. His 3rd base is on fire. There's a few Marines to defend it. I'm sure he's quite surprised at what has happened here. Looks like, no, a few more units coming back to defend. Defiler gets taken out before he can do anything, but he's losing everything here. He's not even lifting his starport, man. Lift it. Your buildings can fly, dude. Zerglings can't attack flying things.
Yeah, he just doesn't have enough units to pull back. If he pulls back his units here,
GG!
That was actually a wild game.
And Peace looks the most depressed I've ever seen somebody to win a game.
Oh, you should be happy. I think Classic is definitely the favorite between them. And
dude, if I had just like watched the end there without watching the game, I would have assumed that Peace lost, because he hung his head in shame. He's just like, oh my god, I'm so bad at this game.
Oh, Firebat Hero gave him a big smile, so that's gotta cheer him.
Good job, Peace. Good job. So Peace winning his first game this season.
Yeah.
And we are at 1-1.